Good evening. I am the Keeper, and you are listening to the Deadlight Codex. This is the account of a wrong number call that revealed too much. It began on a stormy night when the phone rang unexpectedly. A voice on the other end, cool and collected, claimed the call was a mistake. But then, casually, they mentioned the exact shade of the recipient's curtains, a detail they shouldn't know. The recipient, unsettled, ended the call. But this was only the beginning. The recipient tried to dismiss the call as a fluke, yet uneasiness lingered like a shadow. Every creak of the house, every rustle of leaves outside felt amplified in the silence. Paranoia crept in, and they found themselves checking the locks twice, thrice. Sleep was elusive that night, their mind replaying the voice's words, each inflection etched into their consciousness. It was just a wrong number, they reassured themselves repeatedly. But deep down, they knew things were not that simple. The air felt heavier, as if something unseen pressed against the walls. Days passed, and the incident receded to the fringes of memory, until the phone rang again, piercing the quiet with its shrill insistence. The same voice was there, now addressing them by name, as if they were old friends. Another slip, another precise detail, the exact hue of the recipient's car. Fear turned into anger, and they demanded to know who was calling. The voice only chuckled softly, a sound that echoed in their mind long after the line went dead. The sense of being watched intensified, transforming their routine into paranoia-fueled glances over their shoulder. Determined to unearth the caller's identity, the recipient contacted their service provider, hoping for answers. But the number was untraceable, a digital ghost. Each dead end only fueled their growing fear. Small things began appearing out of place. A slightly ajar door, a book that wasn't where they left it. Each anomaly fed their paranoia, a silent reminder of their helplessness. They began keeping a log of these incidents, hoping to find a pattern or clue. Yet all it did was deepen the mystery, each entry a testament to their growing unease. How could someone know so much about their life? The calls grew more frequent, each one revealing another intimate detail. The voice described their favorite coffee shop, the book they were reading, even the clothes they wore that day. It was as if the caller was living their life alongside them, unseen but ever present. Fear became a constant companion, and the recipient found themselves withdrawing from the outside world. Friends noticed the change, their concern palpable, but explanations were impossible. Who would believe such a bizarre tale? The line between reality and nightmare blurred, the voice a haunting melody in their daily existence. One night, bolstered by desperation, the recipient decided to confront their fear. Armed with a flashlight, they searched the house from top to bottom. The air was thick with tension, each room holding its breath. In the attic, they found something chilling. A photograph of themselves, taken from outside their window, was tucked under a loose floorboard. The revelation was devastating, shattering any illusions of safety. The caller wasn't just watching. They were close, too close. The house no longer felt like a sanctuary, its walls closing in like a sinister embrace. With this chilling discovery, the recipient's resolve hardened. their fear morphing into determination. They installed cameras around the house, hoping to catch the intruder in the act. Days passed without incident, the cameras capturing only the mundane. But the calls continued, the voice now taunting them about their futile efforts. It was as if the caller knew every move they made, a specter haunting their every step. The sense of powerlessness was overwhelming, each call a reminder of their vulnerability. The recipient feared they were losing their mind, the line between sanity and chaos growing ever thinner. Desperation drove the recipient to seek professional help. A private investigator was hired, a seasoned professional versed in surveillance and tracking. They promised results, but weeks passed without progress. Each dead end was another blow, the investigation revealing nothing but the eeriness of the situation. The investigator suggested changing numbers and routines, but even that felt futile. The caller seemed to be a step ahead at every turn, an omnipresent shadow in the recipient's life, mocking every attempt to regain control. The sense of despair was profound, a chasm that seemed impossible to bridge. The recipient's world shrank to the confines of their home, the outside world a distant memory. The voice on the phone was now a constant companion, an unwanted intruder in their life. They rarely left the house, fearing the caller's eyes were always on them. Every ring of the phone sent a chill down their spine, each interaction more invasive than the last. The weight of dread was suffocating, a shadow that refused to lift. Isolation became their reality, each day blurring into the next. The world outside fading into a distant echo. Late one night, the recipient made a decision. They would leave, pack their belongings, and start anew elsewhere. As they moved through the house, gathering essentials, the phone rang once more. This time, the voice was different, almost pleading. It spoke of loneliness, of needing someone to listen. The recipient hesitated, the weight of empathy conflicting with their fear. But the decision was made. They hung up, leaving the phone and the haunting voice behind, a closed chapter in a life overshadowed by fear. As they drove away, the road stretched endlessly before them, shrouded in night and uncertainty. Every shadow seemed a potential threat, every turn a chance to escape the unseen eyes they felt upon them. The silence was a relief, a stark contrast to the constant calls. Yet the fear lingered, a quiet whisper in the back of their mind. They wondered if true freedom was possible, or if the caller would find them again. The journey was just beginning, but the weight of what they left behind was not easily forgotten. That's where the account ends, whether by choice or otherwise. The recipient left their home, abandoning the life they knew in search of peace. But the voice, the presence, lingers in memory, a haunting echo of what once was. They never went back, and if you're smart, neither will you. Because some connections are best left severed, some presences best left unseen. The story stops here, but the fear remains, a chilling reminder of the unknown.